Welcome to the next episode of Ramblings of a Rucker. We're going to go ahead and talk about depression again. I had a buddy, Joe, who was one of my best friends, and he would go through some depression as well, and I was going through my bouts of depression. He gave me a call one day because he wanted to talk, and I told him, you know, I'm going through my own depression right now. And he goes, oh, you know what then? My depression doesn't compare to yours because I didn't go through what you went through. I want to let everybody know, you don't have to be a vet. You don't have to have gone through combat. You don't have to have gone and seen other type of stuff to go through a depression. Depression was just as real for me, no matter what happened to me, as it was for him. So I made the analogy that we were both in a hole. It's the same depthness of hole. No matter why you're in that hole or why it's that deep, it's there. We're both in that hole. And we're both looking up at the same blackness. The way that I need to get it out is the same way that he's going to need to get out. So it doesn't matter your cause for depression. We're all in that same hole when we are depressed. And so he asked me, he goes, well, how do we get out of it, Eric? I said, well, you know what? I said, we just got to slowly work our way out of the hole and figure it out. Maybe it's getting footholds in there and just grasping something and making a little way up. And he goes to me, well, what if it rains? I sat there and I thought about it. Because you know what? Yeah, it could be worse in the hole. It could be starting to rain. And then I said, you know what, Joey? I said, I actually welcome the rain. He goes, why? Well, because you know what the rainwater is going to do? It's going to fill up my hole. And then maybe if it rains enough, I can just float right on out of it. And from that point on, he helped me realize that there's always going to be a way out of depression. Even when you are depressed, it could get worse. But sometimes it getting worse actually helps us, like the rain. Might make you feel more miserable, but it's also your way out. And so, like I was talking about earlier, I treat depression like it's any other common cold, fever, or anything else like that. It's a virus. It's going to attack you, and it will leave you eventually. But just like any cold or any flu, it leaves you the more you treat it. So when you get sick, you take precautions. Maybe you sleep a little bit more. Maybe you do things to help you get over that sickness. It's the same thing with depression. You need to train your mind to help you get over the depression so you can get through it quicker. And then once you do that, it's kind of like when you have bad dreams and then you start to realize that they're just bad dreams. And then you start figuring out when you're dreaming and when you're not. It's the same thing with depression. Once you figure out you're in depression, and you were happy one day and you're not happy the next day, and you keep going deeper and deeper, you realize that, you know what, I know there's an end, and I know that I'm in depressed. So for me, all right, I get it. I'm gonna go quiet. I'm gonna allow myself to feel that little bit of depression, but I'm not gonna let it take me over anymore. Because just like a cold or the flu, it doesn't take me over. So my advice is the next time you're starting to feel the depression and getting really down, treat it like it is the cold or the flu. Go outside, get some sun, that helps you. Go for a ruck or do something that you really enjoy doing. It is going to bring you up a little bit. Realize that you're not out of it, but it's helping you fill your hole up so you can get out. You have to give yourself your own line. You have to make your own footholds. Only you can help yourself. So with that, try to figure out how to help yourself. Once you do that, you can help others. I want to also remind everybody, on Memorial Day, we're doing the ruck for the 22 miles, ruck for the 22 vets who kill themselves every day. And then also, if you haven't, so the Ruck Against Depression, it is a 30-day challenge that you got to go out 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes with whatever weight you can carry on your back. And that's a metaphor. The weight is a metaphor for the burdens that others carry. So maybe if you carry some of those burdens, for them, they have to carry a little less. It's about recognizing depression and realizing depression is real. And when it does attack us, it is very powerful, debilitating. And so we're there to help each other.